But we begin this Monday afternoon with breaking news. The Michigan Board of State Canvassers has voted to certify election results. Thank you for joining us. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Brian Abel. The move solidifying Joe Biden's victory in our state. It is a major setback for the Trump campaign. And here's what we know. 3 members of the board voting to certify the results. 1 member, Republican Norman Schinkel, abstaining from the vote.
Yeah, the move coming after hours of public comment. The board hearing from dozens and dozens of people on both sides of this argument.
Meanwhile, in Lansing, protesters on both sides of the issue turning this normally routine process into anything but.
7 Action News reporter Jim Kurtzner is live in Lansing where all the drama is unfolding. And Jim, both sides are on the street making their voices heard right now this afternoon.
They have been out here this afternoon, but the drama is over. 32,000 people watching on the YouTube live stream, probably across the nation, maybe by President Trump. But the canvassers were told by a top state elections official that with all 83 Michigan counties certifying their results, they had virtually no discretion to vote no here this afternoon.
You're at the pinnacle of Michigan's democracy. You're the end game of the statewide elections for 2020.
Board members have been urged to vote to certify by local clerks who say this election has had minor issues, but voters deserve to know that their voices have been heard.
But I do believe the voices need to be heard. I also think there should be an audit. I'm all for an audit. I'm all for a random audit.
Some Democrats using strong language about a no vote on certification.
It's been reported in the news that at least one of you is considering voting to not certify the election today. I find this shocking and disgusting.
State officials have said an election audit will be done after certification.
I'm asking you to delay certification. There are too many questions that need to be answered regarding this election. Too many numerical anomalies and credible reports of procedural irregularities.
On the streets of Lansing, Trump supporters still maintain election fraud stole this Michigan election and are heckled by the other side, urging certification to move the process forward. But the state Republican Party chair still urged a delay until early next month. Extra time canvassers could take. Now, Norm Schinkel is the canvasser who abstained from this 3-0 vote. He offered a resolution that passed 4-0 that the entire election system get reviewed by the state legislature. One of the Democratic members said that should include the governor. That passed 4-0. Then we got a statement this afternoon from House Speaker Lee Chatfield saying that will happen in the House and Senate Oversight Committee. Reporting live in Lansing, Jim Kurtzner, 7 Action News.
All right, Jim, thank you. A crazy day and is in fact still going with public comment. So what's next? 2 audits are likely in the near future. One will be statewide, the other local to evaluate bookkeeping or clerical errors. But who won Michigan is all but certain to remain the same. Today, Michigan's Board of Canvassers met with a flurry of public comments.
I implore the Board of Canvassers to provide meaningful review of Wayne County.
Take up the bipartisan cry from Wayne County for an audit or some sort of pre-certification review of their results.
Those calls for an audit, premature.
Michigan law is clear. Audits are something that happen after certification. They are not intended to challenge the result.
The origin for the audit calls emanating predominantly from Wayne County, where 71% of absentee ballot precincts, 94 of the 134, were out of balance. 31 of those by 5 or more votes, according to this report by Wayne County's Canvasser Board. This has been a focal point of President Trump's legal claims. However, most experts put the votes in question ranging from as low as 155 to as high as 475. Hardly enough to make a difference. 67% of Detroiters voted in person, so even if all of the ballots at those 31 absentee precincts with 5 or more out-of-balance votes were thrown out, President-elect Biden still wins Detroit by about 150,000 votes, and the state by 80,000.
The Secretary of State cannot even investigate fraud. She can investigate the conduct of elections based on what election officials do. But if the fraud is outside of that arena, that goes to police powers not even to the Secretary of State.
So what can an audit accomplish then? Secretary Benson has said she'll be doing a risk limiting one that checks whether computers tallied the election accurately, and another for human errors and how to prevent them in future elections. Glenda?